Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at storage locations on Digital Sentry. This will include both local and network-based storage. We're going to start this video by taking a look at local storage. Taking a look at our DSSRV2 system here, we're going to see three drives. The first, the C drive. On a DSSRV2, this is a solid-state drive installed internally on the DS system. The other drives, D and E, are going to be physical drives installed inside this system. On a DSSRV2 with a CD-ROM drive, you're going to have a maximum of 4 drives possible, each being 4 terabytes. On a non-CD system, you're going to have a maximum of 6 drives at 4 terabytes each. Now our next step, we're going to take a look in DS Admin to see where our local storage and our network storage is configured. We're going to log in. We're going to expand our list here. We're going to go to VAU, expand that list, and then we're going to click on our computer name. Now once this loads, we'll click on the Storage Locations tab, and you will see here all of our local storage. Now an important note, we do not record to the C drive. So when you highlight C, you'll notice that our archive storage location is not checked. For our other drives, we do have that checked for recording, and we have a minimum stated. Now what the minimum free means is we will reserve that much space as to not completely fill the drive. Now before we start talking about network storage, let's just go back over local drives really quickly. Local drives are going to be direct attached drives. Now there is an exception. If there is a mapped network drive on your system, it will count as a local storage as far as Digital Sentry is concerned. Now the difference between a local drive and a network map drive is that we specifically told Windows to make this appear as if this is a physical drive on the system. For more information on setting up map network drives, please consult your IT personnel. Moving on to network storage locations, we're going to minimize this and go back into DS Admin. We're going to click on our network storage tab. Now this is where we actually add network storage by clicking that here, and what we need is the qualified UNC name. This is going to be the name of the share that was created. We want to make sure that for that share, the DSNVS user was added. The password by default is Pelco with a capital P 123. Once we've added it here, we can see the same information we saw for local storage. We can see it's online, the size, and the amount of free space. Now let's take a look at what the other side using remote desktop looks like. We're going to actually take a look at the share. What we're going to do is already have a window open. We're going to go into our Windows Explorer, and as you can see, here is where I created the share on the D drive. There's the name. If we open it, we can see 01, which represents January. DS stores it by 01 through 12, which represent our months. Once you drill into the month folder, you will then see the days within that month. With the network storage location now added, we're going to take a look at the folder permissions. Now, utilizing remote desktop, we're going to go ahead and log into the server. We're going to click on the network storage folder I created, then properties, and then the share button. You'll notice that everyone has been added. The reason why I've done this is so that way if there are custom users for services that have been created, they will be able to authenticate and record video. After verifying that the user has been added with permissions to the share folder, let's take a look at services. We do that by going into services or in search, typing in services and hitting enter. If we click the log on as tab, that will list all of our Digital Sentry services. As you can see, DSNVS is the user. This is why on the share, we can add DSNVS user with the password of Pelco123, or we can add everyone, which will allow everyone to authenticate with the server. Now here, if we type in just // we can actually see the network share name. We can hit enter and that will bring us directly to that folder. Now what this does, this is a way to verify first that you have permission from the DS system to access the network storage. If you get an error here, that is an indication that either the folder is not shared properly or that the system is not online. The next test I did was to create a new folder. This verifies that the logged in user can write files to the system. If I was unable to create that new folder, that's an indication that my user does not have permission. Going back into DSadmin, we see our drive is online. We've seen previous video that has been recorded there, and we see our name is set to active. All these are signs that the system is ready and set to record. A few important notes on the Storage Locations tab. Under Local Storage, the C drive does not have a check mark in Activate Storage Location. This is because if the C drive fills, this will cause the system to crash and prevent recording. The next important item to notice on the screen is the Copy to Network Storage Locations located under the Network Storage section. The reason this is important is local storage, even when using network storage, is still being used. What happens is DS stores the video on the local storage and every 15 minutes moves it to the network storage location. In all instances of recording with Digital Sentry, local storage is always required, even when using network storage locations. This is because local storage acts as the buffer for the video before sending it over to the network storage location. Should the network storage location drop offline for any reason, local storage will continue to record video. Even though local storage will continue to record, it is important that network storage is brought online quickly. This is because once the local storage fills up, it will no longer record. If this does happen, the way that is resolved is video must be removed from the local storage drive. This can be done by either deleting video or copying video to another location in order to make enough room for both recording to resume and the system to move video over. Once the network storage location has been brought back online, the system will begin moving video from local storage to the network storage. As always, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And remember, at Pelco, we've got it all covered.